I have over 900,000 fragments, and way over 1 million in total, so in this video, I'll be telling you the best methods to get fragments coming from my experience, so, let's begin. Alright, so I'll first cover the side methods, as they got me more fragments than the main method did in total. It got me around 60% of my fragments. The first method is elite pirates. They don't give much, but they accumulate over time. I've defeated 1,497 elite pirates, which means I've gotten 149,700 fragments from this method alone. This method works best in private servers, as unlike other NPCs/bosses, only one person can get the rewards of an elite pirate. So if you're in a public server, someone can steal your elite pirate kill. The elite pirates will reward you with 100 fragments, and you have a 2% chance to get a God's Chalice. The God's Chalice can spawn Indra or Do King. Indra will give you 1,500 fragments while Do King will give 2,000. It's a pretty good method and doesn't need much grinding. It's just a passive method that accumulates fragments over time. Alright, the next method is rolling random surprises from the Death King. This is another passive method. You can buy up to 10 random surprises every 2 hours, and there's a chance to get a few hundred fragments. You can also get a few other cool stuff like the Hallow Essence or money. So yeah, whenever you get low on bones, just do one night of AFKing the NPCs at Haunted Castle, and you'll be refilled when you wake up. In total I've definitely gotten over like 25,000 plus fragments, which is pretty decent. Alright, the next method are raid bosses, and this is another passive method that accumulates fragments over time. I have 16 dark fragments, or 24 in total if we count upgrades/crafting, which is 36,000 fragments from just defeating the Darkbeard raid boss. I also have 6 Leviathan hearts, but it'd be over 15 if we count the amount spent crafting, which is over 15,000 fragments from just Leviathan hunting. I'm not going to go over everything, but I think you get the point. Raid bosses are a very passive method but reward you with tons of fragments. For example, if you were hunting elite pirates, you may get lucky and get a God's Chalice, which you could then use to spawn either the Rip Indra or Do King raid boss, or if you were hunting sea beasts in the second sea, you'd have a small chance to get a Fist of Darkness which can be used to spawn the Darkbeard raid boss. So yeah, it's a pretty decent method. Now those are all the side methods I used. There are other methods to get fragments, but they just weren't efficient enough to use. Alright, there are 2 main methods I used, and the first one is sea event hunting. This one is self-explanatory. You just get a boat and sail through the sea to trigger sea event to spawn, as most sea events reward you with fragments. The main sea event that got me most of my fragments was sea beasts. Sea beasts give you 250 fragments upon defeat in the second sea, and 150 fragments in the third sea. Second sea gives more fragments because sea beasts are harder to spawn. The third sea is still more efficient even though it gives 100 less fragments. The third sea also has a much greater variety of sea events, such as terror sharks, ghost ships, leviathans, and more. The second method is doing raids, and this one is also self-explanatory, as you'll probably see it everywhere as the best method to get fragments. You can easily solo raids. All you need is the Buddha fruit, and max stat points on your main damage. If you struggle to solo raids, I recommend watching this video here. If you complete a raid before the timer goes below 3 minutes, you'll get 1,000 fragments, which is pretty good as you can complete raids within like 4 minutes. And yeah, those are the best ways to get fragments. If you found this video useful, please consider liking and subscribing. Anyway, bye.